welcome back to another reading. And if you guys are new here, hi, my name is Astra. I am intuitive tarot reader and I do tarot readings here on my channel. Today I am back with another Avinash and Eisha reading. This is a paid reading specifically requested for Avinash and Eisha, as well as some questions and some other aspects. So thank you to the person that purchased this reading and said that it was okay to share with all of you guys. So I'm gonna go over the current energy of Avinash and Eisha, and also I'm gonna be mentioning some questions that the person that requested this reading asked and like to know. And also at the end of the reading, or the second half of this reading, would be a little bit about Eisha and Shalin as well, okay, as the person that purchased this reading liked, okay. Alright, so first I'm gonna be getting started with Avinash's current energy towards Eisha. So let's take a look. What is Avinash's current energy towards Eisha at the moment? What is Avinash's current energy towards Eisha at the moment? Oh, wow. Okay. All right, you guys, the energy seems full of good vibes. Like, I feel like it's been a while since I've seen Avinash and Eisha's current energies like this, because I think the last two readings, or the couple of readings that I did for them, there sort of was heavy energy regarding the two of them. Like, it wasn't anything too bad, but I did feel like there was some sort of problems or some things that they were sort of trying to sort out together. And I knew they were gonna go over them and, you know, get through them. But, you know, seeing this energy, it's so good. So let me go over the energy with you guys. So first of all, I do see a lot of passion and love that Avinash is currently feeling towards Eisha. I feel like something happened special between the two of them recently, or they've just been able to spend more time or go on an adventure and have fun. I'm also seeing some sort of traveling. So I don't know if Avinash has been traveling or he's currently traveling right now, but I do see him going from another place to another and having adventures and having fun and going through new experiences. And I do remember picking in the past that I feel like him and Eisha really enjoy traveling and going places together. They feel like it's so fun just being able to enjoy and spend time together and experience new places or go to places together. I feel like that's something that they both really enjoy and bond together. I feel like it's something that they both like, especially with together. Like, they feel like they are just able to be really good travel partners, and, you know, I feel like they are able to be really compatible in that aspect. And so I feel like definitely there's a lot of passion, there is a lot of good vibes, a lot of also understanding and like talking. Like, I feel like there's definitely words of collaboration, words of, okay, what do you think about this, Eisha? What do you think about this, Avinash? I feel like they really taking ideas and talking with each other and seeing what the other feels about certain aspects in their life. Like, I feel like you guys, they both are pretty close, that they, you know, if they need someone to discuss about certain things or certain decisions they should make, they definitely discuss them with each other. Like, should I take this product? Do you think it's a good idea? And the other person, like, yes, I agree, or I feel like maybe you should see a better product. So I feel like they both discuss certain things when it comes to their career life, their personal life, a lot of things. So I feel like definitely there is that give and take between the two of them. Okay, and also the person that purchased this reading asked me about romantic feelings. Yes, with the lovers coming here, there's definitely mutual romantic feelings between the two of them, okay? And I feel like they really value each other, and I feel like based on the current energy right now, they definitely care about each other a lot, and they definitely do see potential with each other in the long run. Like, they, at least they would hope that things would continue in the long run and even get to a long-term relationship, okay? In my past readings also, I did pick that, you know, one of them did consider things getting very serious relationship wise, and going maybe to the next level, okay? But I feel like right now they're just enjoying their time, enjoying the process, and, having fun, okay? There is some things that sometimes do set them back, some things that Avinash sees that makes him feel upset, or there is some things that he notices from people around them, or some things that can be said on social media or something like that. And so sometimes that sort of puts the mood or affects one of them, or it gets the other bothered, so the other becomes protective and doesn't know how to deal with it at the same time, because they really care for the other person. They wish that they could protect the other person from some things that they read online or being said online, okay? And so I feel like sometimes there is definitely some setbacks, but I feel like right now things overall are looking good. I'm still gonna pick more cards, but I feel like things are looking good from Avinash's side, and I feel like that involves Eisha as well, because I'm getting mutual energy here. Like, I'm not just getting Avinash's energy. That's why I'm saying that I feel like they're very collaborative right now, okay? And with me getting Three of Pentacles, maybe there is also talks right now of maybe new projects they can do together, or some collaborations that they can do, or maybe some sponsorship they can do together, or something like that. I feel like there is definitely talks about work as well, okay? So let's see, anything else about Avinash's current energy towards Eisha? Anything else about Avinash's current energy? Okay, the cards just flew. Let's see. Yes. Guys, there is a lot of talks about works, career projects. So I don't know if they have some good project coming in together, or there is some talks currently at the moment. Again, with the Three of Pentacles, there's a lot of pentacles here, you guys, which enter, it does mean work, career, money, all of that. So definitely I'm seeing that, again, they both collaborate. There is some collaboration happening in their personal life. They both are spending a lot of time together. There's a lot of communication between the two of them, a lot of times that they hang out and share time together, and communication, and also talks about their career life, and being there for each other and supporting each other and hoping the best. Sometimes, you guys, they support each other a lot off social media. I don't know what you guys see on social media or what is happening there, but I just heard in my head that their bond happens a lot behind social media. So sometimes they would really be there for each other when it comes to each other's projects. I feel like you guys need to hear this. That's why I'm hearing this in my head, that not every time they support each other it will be seen on social media. So I do feel like maybe sometimes you guys can feel that maybe they are not in contact, or they're not supporting each other on social media. So that means they're not, wishing the best for the other's project or all that. But I'm seeing here there is a lot of support when it comes to each other's careers as well, okay? There is some things that sometimes they can be worried about, or comes in the picture, or some talks that they have, but they go over it. But at the end of the day, they do definitely wish the best for each other's career, and for them to do well in each other's projects. So a lot of times they would be there for each other behind the scenes. All right. And so I feel like when it comes to their bond, they're just exploring, seeing how things go, taking things slowly, but at the same time going ahead with every opportunity that comes their way. And so with the Ace of Pentacles, I'm seeing there is a project offered for them right now, actually, or a project that they do have planned on coming with the two of them, okay? If they haven't confirmed it yet, they're probably in the talks and seeing if they should go ahead with it or not. But I'm seeing a lot of talks about career projects, collaboration between the two of them. So I don't know if you guys might hear something about the two of them collaborating soon or something like that. But I feel like there's definitely talks, at least in the moment, okay? So right now, let's get into Eisha. Let's see, what is Eisha's current energy towards Avinash? What is Eisha's current energy towards Avinash at the moment? Wow, the cards are just flying today. Interesting. Okay, guys, so Avinash's energy was full on positive and all that. Now I'm coming to Eisha. She does have a sort of this different vibe, okay? So I do see, like I mentioned, you guys, there was a tough period between them. And the last times I checked, I do remember there was a bit of a tough period where the two of them, were probably discussing things, talking things out. There was a bit of worries on Isha's side, and there was a bit of worries on Avinash's side, okay? And so I feel like they were in this difficult period for a little bit. They're not anymore, but they're definitely were in this difficult period. And when they were going in that difficult period, I feel like Isha struggled a lot. She felt like there were things being broken, or some sort of hopes and things that she wished for, that sort of she thought that maybe they might not go ahead, okay? And so she was feeling a little bit sad, like feeling that is this maybe how things are gonna be from now on, because she definitely does see potential in the bond that they share right now, okay? She does hope that it can grow even more. And she feels like there is a lot of comfort, there is a lot of good vibes that she does feel when she's with Avinash. She feels like he is her comfort person, and he feels like that she is his comfort person. So they really find comfort in each other, and she feels that there is a lot of memories already involved with him, or maybe recently or at the current energy right now, that she's feeling there's a lot of memories that are coming to her, maybe when they both were in the house. And she feels like all of these memories have become very special, and Avinash doesn't feel like someone that she has known for a little bit. He feels like someone that she feels that she knew for a really long while. Like in this certain period of time, they experienced so many things, felt so many things, and she feels like, wow, it feels like I've known this person forever. And so I feel like when those certain things happened, she was a little bit down and she was not sure how to deal with it, okay? And I feel like there was also a third person that was making things worse. I'm not sure if this is from Isha's side or from Avinash's side, but there was some sort of person that was trying to sort of come in between them, or maybe someone that wants to break them apart. And so they were trying to cause some drama in their own way, or say things, or spread some rumors. I'm hearing, okay? So definitely there is a person that sort of is trying to show something that is not real, okay? And so I feel like that sort of affected the two of them for a little bit, okay? And so things are fine between Avinash and Eisha, but I feel like Eisha does have these thoughts in the back of her mind that I hope that doesn't happen again, okay? Now, again, they both are definitely supporting each other individually and together as well. I feel like they're discussing things career-wise, and, they definitely, what they like about their bond is that there is a lot of sense of individuality as well, that they are able to support each other when it comes to projects or other things, and at the same time able to be together and do things together and collaborate together as well, okay? As partners. Now let's see for Eisha, what is Eisha's current energy for Avinash? Anything else about Eisha's current energy towards Avinash? Me getting the Three of Pentacles for 3 times is so crazy, guys. I feel like there is definitely some sort of collaboration or something happening right now. Like, I feel like the energy is so heavy. There's definitely big talks right now, okay? Or a project that they plan on doing sometime soon together, okay? I don't know when you guys are gonna know about it or when it's gonna happen, but there's definitely talks. Like, me getting the Three of Pentacles 3 times already is crazy, okay? So yes, definitely I feel like in that difficult period, Isha sort of has held things in, and she felt hanged up because, she really cares about Avinash a lot. There is a lot of feelings involved. I'm also getting the Lovers again. And so she definitely, Isha has a lot of hopes and prayers and wishes for them together, there is definitely a future that they both want to be involved with together, okay? And so right now I feel like definitely there is some new beginnings between the two of them. They're doing this fresh start, you know, letting whatever was difficult that happened between them away for a little bit and just moving forward and discussing new things and new possibilities and new collaborations. They're again taking things step by step, and just seeing how things go, okay? Like there is definitely some hopes and, you know, wishes for them to be even more committed in the future, okay? But at the same time, they're also not wanting to rush into anything or, you know, get it too way ahead of themselves, and they don't want to jinx anything, okay? So I feel like Eisha as well, she does feel a lot of emotions for Avinash, but at the same time I feel like she's sort of letting her mind also be a bit practical, okay? Like I feel like she doesn't want to get way too ahead of her hopes. You know, she hopes that things happen and she hopes that things get into that way that she hopes, okay? But she doesn't want to put way too much expectations that she gets hurt later, okay? But right now, you know, things are looking well, so they're just living in the moment, okay? So right now we're gonna get some hidden truth cards. Let's see for Avinash and Eisha. What is Avinash's current hidden truth towards Eisha? What is Avinash's hidden truth towards Eisha? I am starting to understand our connection. Yes, definitely relates to what I've been saying. Anything else? What else is Avinash's hidden truth towards Eisha? What is Avinash's hidden truth towards Eisha? I lost myself for a while. One more card. One more card for Avinash. Oh my god. Okay. I'm just gonna take these. We just need 3. Okay. Now for Eisha. What is Eisha's hidden truth towards Avinash? I want to tell you how I feel, okay? The timing was just not right for us, and I don't react when people mention you. Okay, guys. So, it's interesting how these cards sort of relate to what I've been talking about this reading, okay? So, Avinash definitely here feels that he's definitely starting to understand their connection more, okay? Recently, when they both have went through a tough patch, Avinash felt like he sort of lost himself for a while, and he felt like Eisha probably also lost herself for a while. Like they both were not feeling like themselves. Their bond wasn't feeling fully the way that it was originally, and so the bond didn't feel like the bond that they loved, that they shared together, okay? And so he feels like that they lost themselves for a while, but now that they both have gotten back on track, he's starting to understand the nature of their connection and starting to understand what their connection actually is, okay? He definitely is starting to understand them and them together as individuals more, and them together. And so he's definitely having a more understanding of their connection and also how much it means to him as well, okay? And just being near you is intoxicating. He feels like definitely being around Eisha makes him feel excited, makes him have fun. Like I said, you guys, when I was checking Avinash's current energy, there was definitely a lot of excitement, a lot of love. So he feels like definitely when he's around her, sometimes he cannot control himself. Like, you know, intoxicating is like, he cannot control himself almost. Like sometimes when he's alone, he can control himself in certain ways. He can compose himself. But sometimes when he's around Eisha, he feels like he, you know, can be a different person, or can be softer, or can be more vulnerable. And so he feels like definitely there's a lot of things that she makes him feel and gets out this sort of different side that he feels of him. Okay, and for Eisha, she's like, I want to tell you how I feel, okay, guys? So I feel like when they both were having a tough patch, I feel like definitely she was holding things a little bit in when it comes to how she felt, okay? And I just want to clarify, this isn't not regarding when it comes to their feelings, like she wants to tell him how she feels. I feel like they both definitely already, you know, told each other how I feel already. This is about something else, especially here with I'm getting the timing was just not right for us. And I don't react when people mention you. I feel like she just felt like things were going wrong when they were in a tough patch. Remember when I said that she felt like, oh my god, is this how things are gonna be from now on? So she felt like maybe the timing was just not right for them. Maybe, maybe they should work things out at a different time, or maybe they should, take things slow and, maybe take time together individually, to figure things out, okay? So she was feeling that maybe right now things are not meant to be happening right now. Maybe there was something that they were planning to do that they felt like was just, the timing just wasn't right, okay? And so I feel like there was a lot of things, especially I remember getting the Page of Pentacles, I believe, which is like holding things in. And so she was holding things a bit in, of how she felt, okay? I feel like she did want to discuss them with him, and I feel like maybe right now there is more of a chance of her opening up what she felt during that time, because she definitely feels like it was a tough time for her, and maybe she was having a little bit of trouble communicating, what was bothering her exactly, okay? And I don't react when people mention you, okay? So I feel like this is not in a negative way. I feel like this is when it comes to their bond. I feel like there might be a lot of people that come and ask, oh, how are you and Avinash? And I feel like she tries her best to not react, or maybe not say too much information, because I feel like when it comes to their bond, I feel like they do want to keep a part of it private, okay? They don't want to share everything about their bond. They're okay with sharing some little parts, but they don't really want to share everything. And I feel like especially maybe people came up to Eisha and asked her things, and I feel like she tries her best to not react or say too much, because I feel like, I don't know if she believes in the evil eye or she believes in people jinxing. I feel like she believes in something like that, and so she doesn't really want to discuss too much, and knowing that maybe some people do not have the best intentions, okay? And so I feel like she tries to not really react or say too much when people mention Avinash, okay? All right. So now let's get into Eisha and Shalin. All right, let's check right now for Eisha and Shalin. Let's see first Isha's current energy towards Shalin. How are Isha's current energies towards Shalin? Alright guys, so when it comes to Eisha and Shalin, I'm picking up here the co-workers card, so I feel like maybe the two of them did work together in the past, and I feel like maybe that did cause their bond to grow together, okay? So I feel like definitely at the beginning of their bond, definitely there was a lot of positive energy. I feel like Eisha did enjoy working to him and being around him, and maybe the two of them did build a good bond and good friendship when it comes to the two of them, okay? But then I'm sensing a sense of loss, okay? Definitely there is something that happened between the two of them where they sort of stopped having this bond anymore, okay? And so Eisha, in a way, didn't know how to sort of deal with this loss. Because I feel like there is something that happened that did bother Eisha, and so sort of she wanted to sort of distance herself away. But I'm seeing here that Charlene sort of has been sort of to make it up with her, trying to fix things between the two of them, and she sort of wasn't really open to that idea, okay? She felt like something happened between the bond, and she feels like that is it when it comes to their bond. I'm talking about past energy, by the way, okay? And so I feel like definitely when it comes to the two of them, I feel like that definitely there was a great bond. They were good, close at one point. But I feel like Charlene, I'm not really picking much energy from Eisha about, romantic wise. I'm feeling that maybe if anything, she did have attraction probably towards Charlene. And I feel like, she liked the bond that they shared. They both probably got close, communicated a lot, shared a lot of things together. But I feel like Charlene was wanting more, something more serious with her, okay? I feel like maybe even something serious, maybe regarding marriage or serious commitment, okay, here with the Hierophant, all right? And I feel like there was some things that Eisha was noticing about Shalin, maybe certain behavior, maybe certain actions that she didn't like. And so I feel like she decided to put a stop to certain things, all right, when it comes to the two of them, all right? And so I feel like things were put at a stop between the two of them. I'm not really seeing current communication or anything like that between the two of them. But right now, I won't say that they hate each other or there is anything bad. Like if they are asked by the media or anything like that, they obviously will not come and say something bad happened between the two of them or things ended badly. I feel like they still view each other in a okay way, but I'm not really seeing that they are currently in contact. But I'm just gonna get a few more cards between Eisha and Shalin. Anything else that Eisha feels towards Shalin? Anything else that Eisha is feeling towards Shalin? Yeah, you guys, at the beginning, she did feel close to him. She felt like that she can share things with him. But I feel like Shalin was maybe going at a faster pace or maybe wanting things to develop, which she felt like was way too forward or way too ahead or way too fast. And she wasn't really comfortable with how things were going or maybe how things maybe he was seeing or wanting, okay? I feel like he wanted something very strongly and it sort of made her feel a bit uncomfortable or the way that he approached her in. And so I feel like that sort of made her feel a bit uncomfortable and a bit wary and so I feel like she decided, that it wasn't best to move things forward. And I feel like it was a difficult situation for her because for sometimes she felt like she was tied in that situation. Like she couldn't leave right away or she couldn't stop it right away. So it definitely required her some strength because she felt like sort of tied and she felt like there was a lot of things tying her up at that time. And so, maybe she didn't decide to disconnect it at right away. It took her some while, okay? Definitely, like, it's not like she disliked him or anything. No, she was comfortable with him at the beginning, but like I said, there was things that sort of made her feel uncomfortable as time passed. All right, I'm not picking like a very serious relationship happening here, all right, but definitely probably there was mutual attraction, and I feel like Shalin wanted to move things in a serious tone, but I don't feel like Eisha was fully agreeing with that, okay? Like something happened that sort of gave her the ick in some sort of way. Now let's see for Shalin's current energy. What is Shalin's current energy towards Eisha? What is Shalin's current energy towards Eisha? Alright guys, so when it comes to Shalin, like I said, he wanted to move things forward. And so with how things sort of ended between the two of them, he feels heartbroken. He feels that things did not go his way. He definitely wanted to be hand in hand with Eisha. He did want some sort of partnership. He did want them to be something more serious. And so she sort of didn't like what he was wanting. That sort of made him feel heartbroken, and so he decided to sort of leave things for rest and move on with his life and just like forget about it. But there is a part of him that wants change. He still, if there is a good chance, he would like to change the bond between him and Eisha for the better, okay? He does see her as someone special, as someone that brought him positivity. And so if there's a chance for a new beginning, honestly, he would like to take that chance. But I don't see that right now there is contact between them or meeting, especially with Eisha's current energy still being sort of blocked off. But for Shalin, if there was an opportunity that Eisha, wanted to still communicate or anything like that or have a friendship or anything, he still wants that, okay? But for the most part, he's just letting things flow naturally. I feel like in the past, maybe he tried to communicate with her, tried to change things, but I don't feel like that he got a very positive response, or that Eisha was willing to do that, okay? But right now, if there is any sort of opportunity that can be open to him, I feel like he would like to take that chance. Anything else that Shalin is feeling regarding him and Eisha? Anything else? Guys, he definitely wanted things to move more serious with the two of them, okay? And I feel like he felt like he built a lot of strength, he put a lot of effort when it comes to their bond, but still sort of Eisha wasn't really reciprocating whatever he wanted, okay? He did feel like she did have really good vibes, and you know, when he was around her, he felt very comfortable. And so I feel like for a lot of time, he really planned, like, how can I, you know, turn things around? How can I change things? How can I maybe make her change her mind? And so I feel like there was a lot of planning going on, honestly. But definitely things reached a certain end, and he felt like all of the things that he wanted, maybe the future that he envisioned, and all of that sort of burned down. For him, Eisha did seem like a kid that wasn't willing to accept no matter what. And so he sort of gave up. But like I said, even now, he still wants something. Like if there's an opportunity, he still would like to take that chance. And he still definitely does remember certain memories or certain things between the two of them, okay, guys? So I hope that made sense. Now, last thing, I'm gonna get some oracle for Eisha and Shalin. Okay, let's see, what is Shalin's message towards Eisha right now when it comes to their bond? Irreplaceable. Oh my god. Alright. Okay, guys, so with irreplaceable, the way that your love can never be matched, and soul tie always feel connected to you. Like I said, you guys, Shalin, I feel like he sort of has sort of let things flow, but at the same time, he still wants to get things back with Eisha. If Eisha gives him a chance, he still would like to get things back. And so he does feel like there was something about her that was irreplaceable, and he feels that he's still connected to her, and he does want things to move forward, but you know, he wants another chance. Now for Eisha, what is Eisha's message towards Shalin? Indecisive and values. Alright, guys, so with Eisha, I feel like when it comes to their bond, I feel like there was a certain indecisiveness about her. Like I said, she didn't want to move things forward, and it sort of took her a bit to make a decision. So I feel like, you know, when it comes to how she decided to end things, you know, she knew that it would hurt Shalin, but you know, she just felt like she couldn't, you know, move forward, okay? I feel like I said, I don't feel like she views him fully badly, and I don't feel like he views her fully bad. Like if they were asked by the media or anything, they would probably say something good about the other. But in reality, I don't feel like there is definitely any contact or anything. And Eisha feels that, you know, even though my decision hurt you, I need to take that decision, and I know that I was indecisive and I couldn't make that decision earlier, but I need to take that decision, okay? And at the same time, she does feel like that we have too many differences and values. Like I said, you guys, there is something about Eisha that she noticed about Shalin that she didn't like, and that sort of pulled her away from him, okay? You know, something that she saw, maybe a certain habit or a certain way that he acted, it sort of made her feel a bit uncomfortable, or feel like, you know, it's not gonna work out. And so she, like I said, she feels like there is some things about him she doesn't like too many differences, or she feels like he is a sort of different type of person than she is, okay? But yeah, guys, that is what I'm picking for Eisha and Shalin. I hope this reading made sense and that you guys liked it. I would love to hear you guys's feedback in the comments down below. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.